Today, huh? You gonna get some work done? Yeah. Hi, I'm Nick Paganella. My pal here. We work together on Veterans Corner. This is Sergeant Know-It-All, and he knows it all. I like working with him because he doesn't give me any back talk. And we videotaped and produced this video that you're about to see. We think it's entertaining, historical, and even educational. And we hope that you enjoy it, because we really enjoyed doing it. Did we, Sergeant Hank? Yes, sir. Good.
A couple of us in front taking a knee or something? No, I think we fit in if we just turn silence.
At this time, I'd like to present the presentation. At this time also, we'd like to salute to the colors. So after me, God bless America. I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Two. At this time, welcome firefighters and Dana. We're giving him the Fireman of the Year Award from VFW. His name is going to be presented to the State House, which he'll be in competition with all the firefighters in all the towns of Massachusetts. At that time, they have a committee that they will pick 2 or 3 firefighters from the state, and then in June they have the state convention in Mansfield, and the committee chairman will contact the winners, and at that time the winners will come to the state convention and presented the Fireman Year Award of the state of Massachusetts to the Commonwealth. So at this time, I'd like to have Harry Cerelnik. He wants to say a speech first, and then we'll go on with the presentation.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Harry Cerelnik. I'm a combat soldier, 87 Infantry, State Army, Patton. Got a little bulge, machine gunner. Front star with the V. Soldier's Medal. 25 fellas in the whole United States Army has that. I'm wearing it. For making hamburgers during the fighting Tiger tanks. Making hamburgers and building up the morale of the troops. I want to thank you all for inviting me here today.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks for your
Thank
It's a pleasure. I love you all. I just can't get over what happened in Connecticut. So we'll just leave it at that. If we were there, I know what we would have done.
Harry's 95 years old, by the way. 95.
I've been the post commander since 1986. I held this post together, could have been a state commander. No, I said, I'm going to stay in Framingham. I'm going to straighten out this post, and we're going to have the best in Framingham. And that's all we have right today. Very proud of that. Very proud of the fellas that helped me. Nick Paganella. Anyway, I want to thank you, Deputy John Maggie.
Margaret.
Right?
Our pleasure. I want to thank you.
And the staff, all the staff, and the firefighters for inviting us veterans to your fire. And that's the first time I was at this fire station. It's beautiful. So thank you for inviting us all. I wish to introduce my 2012-2013 officers that are here today. I want to introduce Commander Wayne Anthony, and Quartermaster Lynn Hess, and of course, Nick Paganella, service officer, chaplain, commander. He's part of the group, he's with us. Now, the other thing is, if anyone would like to join the post, they've been overseas, you can get on the list with the fellows that belong to our post on the Vietnam Wall. Today we're here to start and present the Firefighter's Gold Post 929 citation. Will be presented in recognition of the honoring record of integrity, courage, firefighters, fighting firefights, exemplary performance, duty to the service, to the community, to the state, and our nation. Thank you, firefighters, all of you. When he wears this thing, he wears it for all of us. And he's a wonderful boy. Dana Terio.
Tesorero.
That's it. I can't say any more. I worked all night on this. Thank you.
Thanks, Harry. Thank you, Harry.
At this time, I'd like to present the citation appreciation to Dana Terio. It reads, Civic Appreciation awarded to Firefighter Dana Terio from the VFW Post 929. In special recognition and the highest praise for alertness, personal courage, and efficient guardianship of life and property. So Dana, congratulations. And like I said before, Dana's up for being the Firefighter of the Year award for the state of Massachusetts. So let's hope he can go all the way to win the state award. Also, I have a little check here for our gratitude, and I hope you congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
VFW. Yep, thank you. Welcome. And that'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You can have this little thing here.
You're gonna win. Uncle Harry says you're gonna win.
All right, ready? Let's take a couple. One more, hold on. One more. Very good. Thank you.
Well, we got Mike Eaton here of the Framingham Fire Department. How are you, Mike?
Fine.
And what did you think of this event today, honoring your fellow firefighter?
Events like this are overdue. I think more veterans should get recognition.
Uh-huh. And how long have you served with him?
I've been on the department 36 years. I'm not sure how long he's been on, but we were on different groups, but we cross paths all the time.
And you wouldn't be hesitant to serve with him on any catastrophe of any type in Framingham?
No, I understand he's a pretty good cook, too.
Oh, you're a pretty good cook, too, huh? What is your favorite meal down here at the fire department?
I'm stationed down here. He's up at the other station, so I don't know what they cooked up there.
Well, they maybe get hot dog and beans, and that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what the Air Force guys serve, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've had 36 years in this fire department right here in Framingham?
Yes,
All of that, 36?
36, yeah.
Well, you must have seen a lot of changes in the last
A lot of
36
changes,
years.
Yep. I'm the old timer in the group, so they're trying to kick me out the door.
Okay, and it was nice that you came here and honored your fellow firefighter here for
Glad that I was working overtime today, that I was able to come and be part of it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mike. Well, we've got Mike Espinoza, who in the fire department here. How long have you been on the fire department, Mike?
About 4.5 years now.
4.5.
Yeah.
And You enjoying yourself to a degree as much as possible?
Absolutely. Definitely. I enjoy this job very much.
Oh, that's good. Have you served with Dana a long time now?
I haven't served with him personally, but Dana has been a huge advocate for vets of recent conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, basically helping the vets transition back to civilian world. Myself and a couple other firefighters recently deployed to Afghanistan with the National Guard, and Dana basically spearheaded, our return home while we were overseas. He helped, he helped our families out if there were any issues, things like that. He's just basically worked as a liaison between soldiers deployed overseas and the fire department, which is a huge help. He stayed in constant contact with us by emails, updating us about what's going on in the fire department. That was just a huge help to have him here.
You mean Dana did all that?
He did, yeah. Single-handedly, he just basically took on the responsibility of military coordinator with the fire department and just basically there to help us out. So.
Well, that's great. Admirable on his part and admirable on your part, too.
Yeah, more so on his part. He did a lot more work than anyone else I know. Just basically helping the firefighters out, transitioning back to civilian life, and working as, the go-between between the firefighters and the administration here.
The rest of the group takes good care of you and teaches you all the things in the last 4.5 years?
Absolutely. Learned quite a bit.
Well, nice talking to you today, Mike.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for
all right.
recognizing Dana. He did a great job. I think it's definitely worthwhile. He gets the recognition for it.
Good.
All right, thanks.
Well, Dana, you're a lot taller than I thought you were. Okay, okay, that's good.
Okay.
How's everything going today?
Very well, thank you.
How do you feel about the award today?
I'm honored. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the nomination. It's a group effort. A lot of people will go in and work together and help each other out. So I can't do this all by my own, but I try to help others who have helped us.
Okay. Where did you serve overseas?
I've been in the Air Force Reserves and National Guard for 20 years, still serving. I've been to Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iraq.
You're still in the Air Force Reserve?
Yes.
Oh, and you get your 20 years in?
Yes, got my 20 years in. I'm out at Westover Air Reserve Base as a firefighter.
Oh, as a firefighter. That's quite exciting.
Yeah, it's great to be able to do both here in civilian world and also the military.
Now, when your shift comes up and you have to have your regular drill up there at the Air Force Reserve, does the department here recognize that and give you the time to go there and fulfill your military obligations in the reserve?
Yes, the department's very supportive for all the guys doing their reserve time and National Guard time.
Okay. And are you married now?
Yes. Oh. Married, 2 kids.
Oh, what are their ages?
8 and 6.
Well, that's great. They must be thrilled that you're a firefighter.
Yes, they like it. They like to come visit at the station.
Okay. What station are you out of now?
I'm up at Station 1, assigned to the platform.
What kind of platform?
Assigned to Platform 1, up at Station 1.
Oh, assigned to Platform 1. Where is that located?
The Framingham Center, across from Framingham State.
Oh, yes. That's quite a place up there. A lot of traffic going by on Route 9, too. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say to someone, let's say a youngster of 20 years old, a boy or girl, and they're interested in firefighting? What would you like to say to them about the career of a firefighter?
I remember being a student at McCarthy here in Framingham. I remember seeing the fire trucks. I grew up around Station 5, which is on Concord Street, something I always wanted to do. And I am just very fortunate to have one of the best jobs in the world. And it's a great job, and I highly suggest anyone who's interested in it to look into it.
Well, it's very nice talking to you, and congratulations to you, Dana. And I'm sure that you're going to be one of the final contenders for the state title of a Firefighter of the Year. And hope that we can come back and congratulate you as one of the state's the finalists at the state.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McDonald.
Okay, all right, Dana.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
What does it mean?
That is called the Patriot Award ribbon. That award is given by the Massachusetts Department of Fire Services to firefighters who have served overseas since September 11th, 2001.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
My pleasure. Thank you for your service.
We both thank each other, but I wish we were in Connecticut.
It's for you. It's because of you guys who paved the way for all of us.
It was a long time ago.
Okay, people are very appreciative.
Thank you.
Well, we've got Kevin Burns here, and I call him Tiny. How are you today, Kevin?
I'm good, Nick. How are
And,
you?
how long have you been on the fire department, Kevin?
Almost 25 years. It'll be 25 years this coming August.
And what are your duties here in the fire department?
Well, right now I serve as a deputy fire chief. I'm a shift commander, so basically I'm in charge of what goes on in the streets. We have other chief officers who handle the administrative duties. I'm in charge of the emergency response that the men make to the townsfolk of Framingham. So anything that goes on in the streets, I'm overall responsible for.
It's quite a great responsibility right there. Yeah. Are you planning on still staying on the fire department?
They've told me for many years it is a young man's job, and I'm starting to feel that, but I love the job, and you know, still raising my children. I'm going to be hanging in here for a few more years. It's on the horizon, but I hope to be sticking around for a few more years.
What are your children's names?
Let's see, I've got 4 daughters, Megan, Shannon, Kerry, and Bridget, and 1 son, Terrence.
Wow, how do you find time to get into the bathroom in the morning?
It's means getting up early. That's how I handle that. I get up before anybody else does. That's about the only way I can handle it.
And how is the missus handling all this now that you've been on the fire department all these years?
She has been very supportive of me throughout my whole career, and I think she knows how much I love it, so that makes her happy. And you know what, Nick, I'm out of the house 2 days a week, 2 nights a week, and I think she kind of likes that, to be honest with you.
What's her name?
Her name is Adrian.
And is she a local girl, or?
She's from Natick. I brought her up in the world.
You brought her over to Framingham. You brought her up in the world.
Right. I took her out of Natick and brought her over to a community, a nice community like Framingham.
What is your take on the event that we had here today, recognizing the Firefighter of the Year by the VFW here in Framingham?
Well, it's wonderful. First of all, you know, thank you for doing that. You know, as somebody said here along the way, Dana accepts this in one sense for all of us. We're all, something that's kind of unique, I think, to the fire service, Nick, is we are a team. We function as a team. There are no superstars here. We all put our shoulders to the plow and work together. In fact, you know, I'm in charge, but guys like Dana make me look good. It's a wonderful thing. It was wonderful to meet all of you veterans too. You know, it's inspirational really to hear some of your stories. So this was a wonderful thing, and it's good for all of us here in the fire department. We're proud of Dana, and you know, I'm proud of all the guys.
Well, nice talking to you, Mr. Burns, Firefighter Burns,
Oh.
B-U-R-N-S. Yeah?
That's right.
You never forget that.
Right, fire and burns, you won't forget it.
Okay, thank you very
All right,
much.
Nick, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, my name's John Margry. I'm the Assistant Fire Chief here for the Framingham Fire Department, and you joined us today to honor one of our 17-year firefighters, Dana Tesorero. Dana has had a great career here in the Framingham Fire Department. Not only as a firefighter, but as a family man and as a person who has really dedicated himself to helping the veterans in their benefits as their active firefighters. Dana has served both badges with honor, and I'm very proud to work with Dana. I know I'm sure you heard some great anecdotal stories from his brothers that were here earlier, and I'm very pleased to be part of this ceremony. Dana also, not only does he serve proudly when he's on duty, but Dana serves proud when he's off duty. Dana is the member that will go out to all of our fallen firefighters' graves to make sure that the cemeteries are marked properly with firefighter flags and memorials. This is just something we can't get to do every day, and we have to rely on our most dedicated guys to do that, and Dana does it. He pays great tribute to the members that are here and those that have fallen. Dana, thank you for your service. The veterans, God bless you all, and always remember our members in service. Thank you.
Everything changes, you know, when you're older. And the story with the, you know, when you're in combat, there's so many stories. I have 180 days of combat.
Make sure you tell the clean ones.
Huh?
Make sure you tell the clean stories. Don't tell the dirty
No,
stories.
no, I don't tell dirty. But the 180 days of combat, the best ones I remember was making hamburgers and making black coffee, putting them in the 5-gallon tanks, the gas tanks, German gas, tanks, for their Tiger tanks. Without washing them, we put black coffee in there, took German schnapps, and threw it in. It was like green. Go out to the field and get to the holes, camouflage snow-covered holes. And the guy puts his musket out, you know, the musket cup?
Yeah.
And he holds his two hands, frozen hands, onto that. Even though it was not real hot, it was warm. He could feel the warmth. And that built up the morale. Under very heavy German fire, a tank fire, we were fighting tanks. We threw them out. This is in Tillet, in Bonnaroo. We threw them out of the town, took over their CP, and the captain, I captured 6 Germans and all this happens, it's like here, there. We just got back, and we saved a patrol that was sent out into the town, and they were on one side of the street in a building, and the Germans were on the other side of the street, and we came with a Jeep. And they called the intelligence officers because they could speak German. And all 3 of us were on the Jeep. I was the gunner, machine gunner and bazooka man. Then 2, one was a staff sergeant and one was an officer. They worked from headquarters, intelligence. So we called them in, and we went with the Jeep right through the town. And when I looked up, on the other side of the building, there was some German looking out of the window, and we threw a bazooka shell at them, and they came out and surrendered. The funny thing about this is the Americans wanted to surrender to them. They wanted to surrender. Nobody knew who the hell's who. But
A lot of chaos.
yeah, it was chaos, and in between the fighting. So I came back, and I was slated to report to the captain. So I went into this is a German CP. This is a big hotel. And went into that, I went in to report to him, and he's coming out of the walk-in box. You know, big hotels, big kitchens, big grills. He's coming out of the walk-in box, and he's I know it was 30 pounds of chopped meat because I was in the restaurant business, in a big basket. And he's coming out, man. I got to report to him about the prisoners out there, and I left the Jeep out there, and he says to me, "Get the fellas. You know how to make hamburgers?" And he's laughing like hell. Big Jake Keltner, All-American football player, God, in Georgia, big guy. He says to me, "You know how to make hamburgers?" I said, "Yeah, I used to work on a White Tower system." So here I am making hamburgers, and he said to the guys, he says, "Bring them in." He said, "Leave 2 guys to watch the 6 prisoners, you know." And the guy that wanted to give up, the squad leader, he grabbed him around. I brought him in. He grabbed him around and said to him, "What took you so long, you know, to get here?" Anyway, I'm letting you know just exactly what happened. I'm making the hamburgers, and the Tiger tanks came back. They came back. Start shooting us up, but they wouldn't hit the building. So when I came in, I left the bazooka right near the door to report to him. I had the bazooka and his shells. He grabbed the bazooka, I grabbed the shell. He said to me, "Get the shells." He grabbed his, he says to me, "Follow me." I said, "Oh, I'm dead, D-A-D, dead." So he went after, he knew exactly where the goddamn Tiger tanks, what roads they would take, because they're not going to go in 8 feet of snow. They're going to do the road, and he goes through the maps. So he was a pretty sharp officer. He wasn't no. So there he is. He put the bazooka on my shoulder, and we go fighting Tiger tanks. You know something? The shell hit the bottom of the Tiger tank. Not even a dent. But their 88, the cannon, the turret turned around. It was facing the other way. Right on the, The things look like this, ain't a fucking back. What's the?
That's a good story.
So, we dived into about 8 feet of snow. All the way, we dived into a hole. He wasn't too far from me. Got out of that. They fired a shot at us. He wasn't too far. We got out. We both looked around. Shrapnel all around where we were. Black shrapnel. You know, he wasn't too happy. He wasn't happy that we didn't do too much damage. But what he was mad about was the artillery observer up in the church steeple. You know, like Natick and Framingham? So this is Tillet and Bastogne. And in Bastogne, Tillet and Bonnet-Roux, 2 towns.
Okay.
Just like Framingham and Natick, right? And it's a church steeple, you know? And we had the artillery observer up there, and what do you think the tanks came? They went and grabbed him. They wanted him out of the way because when I went up there, I was to go up there to feed them. We had a detail. We had to go all the way up in the church steeple. I used to watch the artillery observer, smart guy. The German tanks were being, haystacks were moving. They were behind haystacks, big haystacks. But they didn't like the idea that this guy had the eyes, because don't forget, it's all fog. We had no plane support, no planes. So the Germans were worried with their tanks about the artillery. We had heavy artillery. So anyway, they went in there, they went into the church steeple, and they captured the artillery observer. So he was pissed off. So they said, we're going to go back and make hamburgers, and we're going to feed these guys at night. So we're under heavy German fire, artillery fire, tank fire. Me and the captain were schlepping the 5-gallon tanks and the cold hamburger and deliver them to the guys in the holes. They were all over the place, you know, dug in the holes. And he said to me, you deserve the soldier's medal for building up the morale of the fellas. He deserved the medal too, you know. About 3-4 days later, he came out to the machine gun nest. I was there. They waited till about 5 in the morning. Him and the colonel. We got a report that the Germans sending patrols to infiltrate our perimeter. So we had to fire the machine guns all night. They were hot like a son of a bitch. You know, a section of machine guns is 4 guns like this here, see? And each one low grazing fire. Across no man's land. And the captain was there, make sure that we kept these guns going all night. Because grazing fire, ain't nobody gonna come in our lines. And we also had passwords. If you didn't know your password, you were dead. D-A-D. Is that the word? D-A-D? Dead. So, he got hit. I came out of the machine gun nest. I was relieved. It was getting like almost 5 o'clock in the morning. And he left with the colonel. They had it zeroed in. Got hit in the head. The colonel died, got killed. I went up about 10 feet, fell down, had my 45, you know, machine gun carries a 45. Over here, it went into the snow. They threw a whole shell at me. I had a little concussion, you know. I must have been out 10 seconds or something. Then I had for that hole, you know, we had a hole behind where we used to rest and sleep, 2 on and 2 off, you know. The next day I found a gun. I found a 45 in the snow. Would you believe it? And
It's the second shell they threw at you.
yeah. And then I was lucky. That's not the only one. I'm sitting in a machine gun nest. See, I can't go. It's a lot of time. Me I'm on the machine gun, and the guy's holding the belt. We have another guy. A shell, all of a sudden a shell comes in. One behind us blows up. One in front of the hole blows up. They were shooting for effect. The third one, right in the hole between me and the other guy. Right in the hole, bah! And it don't blow up. Didn't blow up.
That's amazing.
God, you know what it was?
Somebody an angel on their shoulder.
An angel? It was a slave. A worker in the defense plant forgot to put the powder in. A slave worker. There was a lot of slave workers. I can tell you more, but
Wow.
that's enough today. That's what you want to hear.
God love you.
What
Thank you for serving.
I didn't ask for it. You know, there was one German guy we captured, a German soldier, and we found out about going back into Tillet, and we were also looking for our fellas that on the patrol that was in the house. So things happened, and I didn't volunteer. He said, "You go with them." You know, I was stupid enough to talk to the German in Hebrew. I could understand what he's saying. So they made me so I was on the Jeep. I'll tell you about the Jeep. We went into the attack after that. That same Jeep with the two fellas, they're beautiful boys. Hit a mine. That was the end of them. They both got killed. I wasn't on the Jeep.
Well,
That,
again, the angel.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for showing up for Dana.
Also, all our veterans here are to help the veterans who are coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq and all those countries and their families. That's what our purpose is as the veterans of VFW Post 929. That's our job, okay?
Dana is a big advocate of veterans' rights.
Well, we finished it. We were happy to do it, and we hope you enjoyed it. And look forward to another one of our video tapings on Veterans Corner, where the patriotic events, happenings, interviews takes place. The scenes that are behind the scenes that we think you would enjoy seeing and be interested in. Right here, Sergeant Know-All? Yeah, Sergeant Know-It-All. He says it all. That's my boy.